Do you think that women would still be able to make it on their own if that assertion were true, or do you believe that statement? Well, let's look into this a little deeper to answer this question and see if they can truly stand on their own feet, being strong and independent without men. Based on the countless examples I've seen in both my personal life and the lives of the people around me, it is ultimately possible for them to be able to do so. Let's look into this a little deeper. If all of the men in the world came to the conclusion that they had had enough of women and that they wanted to be on their own. I've had the good fortune to observe all of these different types of women throughout the course of my life, and I'll tell you something. The majority of women are doing just fine without a husband who saved for their retirement. If they had kids who never became financially independent or successful, and if they did not have kids and failed to save for retirement, all of these women are finished from an economic standpoint. Therefore, when your exes leave you and think they can level up and do better and the grass is greener on. That is the reality that I've seen over the years regarding women who end up in bad situations. The other reasons some women end up homeless are usually related to drugs or poor life choices they make for themselves, or just a catastrophic accident like their home being burned down. That is why I'm a proponent of not feeling sorry for women when you see them in difficult situations. Especially in today's society, women will choose to struggle over having a man who checks her and keeps her from sabotaging herself and the family. When you start to hear the reasoning behind most of their stories of why they needed help and how they got to the position where they are at, you start to pick up on patterns of human behavior, and you realize that most people are stupid. Listen, gentlemen, and listen well. Most women are where they are in their lives economically because they made disastrous decisions when they were young, and those decisions have compounded into their middle to old age. Trust me, I've seen it played out time and time again, an example of one of these decisions. Apart from the biological need for men to procreate with women, and for women to nurture and raise the kids, men don't need women to survive at all. If you look at it, women have caused more destruction to men on an individual level than if that man was left to his own devices because of women leading the family to destruction. There are more broken homes, mental illnesses people identify as having because of women leading the family to destruction. There are more broken homes, mental illnesses people identify as having because of women leading the family to destruction. There are more broken homes, mental. It will take a toll on their bodies faster than it would have been for the average man to start feeling the effects of hard work. So in terms of building society, women are screwed if there are no men around to teach them or assist them in any way. The next step is to maintain society so that they can survive. It takes 3 days to live without water, and if they can't get the electricity to pump the water, we haven't even mentioned purifying the water yet, and they'd be screwed. This is assuming that men took everything they built, created, and could move, leaving women alone to start from scratch. If they had to figure it out on their own within a week, at least half of them would have been sent to the shadow realm easily, so will you hear them thumping their chessboard. They could do a decent job overall with a small portion of the population, but if they couldn't train enough people in time, there would be way more lives lost than need be, so I don't see them successfully managing healthcare on a large scale, but on a mid or small scale, yes, I think we covered enough for this video. If I were to go into all the fields where women would have to step up and get under control, this video would never end proving that if men stopped carrying their asses would